Ranting time! UK election 2015. What the hell? Okay, the biggest parties that have been going around, mentioned anywhere, especially in Wales, is Conservatives, the Tories, aka David Cameron, Labour, which is Ed Miliband, UKIP, don't know who's that one, and the Green Party, don't know who's that one. Right. So, Conservatives, I believe they don't want to be in the EU. They want to privatise the NHS, which means it's no longer free. You have to pay to go to the doctors. Minimum wage is staying as it is. There's some different types of taxes, but it benefits mainly the richer people and the working class, and the majority of us. Working class, okay? Labour. Don't know entirely much about Labour, but they wanted to raise. I know they wanted to raise the minimum wage up to about £8 an hour by 2019. Let's just move you guys a little bit. I said a little bit. There we go. UKIP. We don't vote for UKIP. They want out of the EU, which the only thing that can help is for illegal immigrants, but it messes up any relationship with the EU, trading with the rest of the European, in and out. And this is a city one, but they wanted to cancel shows like Doctor Who and Top Gear, which is pretty much the top two nearest favourite of the nation's shows, as well as two really big ones that are also aired outside of the UK in like the US and pretty sure even Europe as well. But the Green Party got record votes this year. They were not even a blip on the radar, unfortunately, but they wanted to raise minimum wage from £6.70 an hour, which is what it's going to go up this year. They wanted to raise it to £8.15 this same year, and then £10 by 2020, which is amazing. They want to obviously fund the NHS, they want treatment more available, and they're just amazing. I looked at the whole different section of what they were doing, and I picked out like 24 that I understood and liked them. I couldn't do that with any other parties. That one I just freaking loved. So if you could tell, I voted for Green Party. Yeah, come in the comments. It's gonna be hating. It's gonna be hating. I went for Green. I was gonna go for Labour, but then I changed last minute to Green for reasons that you don't need to know. I had like a 20-minute talk with my friend and he convinced me. Yeah, but the results, my God. I hate David Cameron. David Cameron, you can go and freaking die. I don't care. I do not want you for another 5 years. Piss off. He wants to you're gonna ruin the UK. Every single working class person is gonna hate you. The only one you benefit is people in your own little bubble and wealthy people. You care only about yourself. You don't care about the working class. You don't care about NHS, because obviously working class can't afford health and all that. If like a £25 to go to the doctors or something like that. Rich people can. You can. You probably have freaking insurance, so you don't need to worry about that. Or of course, because you're Prime Minister, you're probably going to get it off anyway. And so, because they've won again, two political party leaders have resigned. They've actually had enough. The Labour one, Ed Miliband, he actually was talking a lot of sense, but he's resigned. He's had enough, which is a shame. So, yes, Conservatives, so the privatised NHS, want to leave the EU and not raising minimum wage and doing some form of tax for the higher ups. Now, this doesn't make sense to me, okay? This is where I think this is conspiracy theory here. Or at least something that's not quite right. I don't like David Cameron. I didn't vote for them. Everyone I knew, like spoke to, saw on Facebook, it was like Labour, Green, Labour, Green. Nothing else. Nobody wanted to vote for Conservatives. Nobody wanted to vote to UKIP. It was only Labour and Green I ever heard anything about. I didn't even hear anything about freaking Liberal Democrats. Who the hell are they? But nobody voted for David Cameron. Nobody even likes David Cameron that I actually personally know. So where did all these votes come from? They got, I don't know if they finished, but last time I checked, there was like, they got 51 seats out of the total 650 available seats within freaking, well, government. So they've got just over halfway. How many, right, in my personal opinion, I don't know the facts, working class say is yay big. Wealthy people, yay big. So how would come that many votes compared to that many votes equals over half of the freaking seats and majority of the votes? I don't understand. And even though all the promises from Labour and all the promises of Green Party, even on wage alone, which is not enough to vote for them, but it's enough to make you think, ooh, they might be good. So that's all because people, as selfish as we don't want to be, we care about what our wages are, as well as tax, but wages is obviously what we earn. Tax is just because what's taken off, but wages is what we actually physically earn. So if it's higher, you're going to earn more. Granted, tax might take that off, but you're probably still going to end up with more than if the minimum wage just stays the same and tax is slightly, very slightly lowered. But people didn't vote for them. It didn't work. Freaking Labour was second. Don't get me wrong, Labour was second, but no. And for anyone that flashing is, my TV's on. I'm not watching it because I'm facing you guys, but that's off. But yeah, so David Cameron won. We've got him for another 5 years. I know people in foreign countries that don't even like the guy. And I'm happy. In fact, Ava, my girlfriend, she looked at the results. She's not even British. She lives in Belgium and she hates the fact that David Cameron's won again. Nobody likes David Cameron as being Prime Minister, so why would you vote him back? Now a message to all you non-voters. Not registered, non-voters. In fact, let's do both. If you're not registered because you don't want to vote or you can't be bothered, well, as well as no vote, people who don't vote, you guys had the power to change all this. Oh, in all fairness, you might have made it even more possible for David Cameron to win, but there's a chance that you could have changed it all. But I gotta say, you guys really don't have any right to complain who is in power if you didn't actually vote to try and change it. That's don't hate on me for saying that. That's a legit point. If you don't vote, you know, you can't change the outcome. You think of how many people in the UK didn't vote, but it's not. But so register to get the vote. Even so because you can change. There is power to change. Well, at least we hope, and it wasn't rigged. And I'll get back to the rigging in a second. This might be a long video. I don't know. I can't even tell how long this has been recording for. But let's keep going. Right. Yes. So register to vote because you do have the power. If you don't vote, people could be telling me different things. What happens when you don't vote? Like, don't vote in like some places they are given to the party in the lead. They get that vote. Or, you know, they just don't count, something like that. Whereas, but even if you have the ability to vote but don't like it, just go there and just void off your ballot paper. Either put a cross in all of them, put a cross in each two of them, put a freaking line straight through it. And that is chocolate powder on my, that is chocolate. Because then, it goes to the party and they'll look at it and go, right, these many votes, they don't want any of you. They don't want any of you. Or, they'll go individually and go, they didn't want you, they didn't want you, they didn't want you, they didn't want you, suck on it, you kip! And but, you know, you didn't vote, so, you know, none of that's going to happen. And obviously, by potentially Labour, Green Party, yeah, even UKIP potentially lost thousands of votes because they just decided, voting. Like, don't get me wrong, last time I had a chance to vote, I decided, well, I'm not going to change anything, I can't be bothered. Pfft, no. And look what we got! We got David Cameron because I didn't vote! And now this year I think, okay, I'm going to vote to maybe make a difference, but then I'm just one person. Come on guys, help me out. Come on. In 5 years, why can't I be like presidency of the United States of America and only have 4 years? This is only 4 years of fucking bull crap that we have to suffer from David Cameron rather than 5. 5, it could people are just gonna be like in the streets because they get so ill, and then by in the streets they're gonna be more ill and they can't freaking get any medical treatment because it's not freaking affordable, because you have to pay, and it's like more people and more problems. And how does So yeah, we've got David Cameron. This is not... The UK is in trouble. Great Britain is no longer great.